We're in Essex tonight for this Emirates FA Cup first round replay between Billericay Town and Leatherhead. Welcome to matchday 21. With the excitement building ahead of this all Bostik FA Cup first round tie, let's take a look at how this game ended up in a replay. Moore will take it. In it goes towards the near post. Again, it's well defended. It will come back to Sammy Moore. Better than the corner this now. And second chance to get the ball in. Flicks it. It's going to be the first goal of the game.
Jack Midson.
And Leatherhead take the leads. And it's the experience of Jack Midson that puts the home side in front. Sammy Moore had a second bite at the corner. He put it into the dangerous area on the near post. And Midson used his experience just to flick the ball past Alan Julian. And despite much pressure in this game, it's Leatherhead who take the lead in the FA Cup first round.
Well, he made a fantastic save in the first half, Zaki, and this is a moment for him. Can he keep his side in the competition?
Billericay, in it comes, and it goes towards Zaki, but it's low into the net. And you do feel that the Leatherhead keeper should have saved that. It was well struck by Bricknell, but really, Zaki Ouellet will be so disappointed that having got across to it, didn't get the ball away, and Billericay are level. It's Leatherhead 1, Billericay 1. So will it be Billericay who make club history, or Leatherhead who make that trip to Adams Park to play Wycombe Wanderers in the second round? The scene is well and truly set here. People have come out in their numbers to watch their team tonight, and both teams do now make their way onto the pitch. A big night for both these sets of players. I'm delighted to say that the former Leatherhead manager, Mick Sullivan, joins me in the commentary box. Very good evening to you, Mick.
Good evening, Ben.
And Wycombe Wanderers manager, Mark White, has made the journey.
Couldn't miss this one. What an advert this will be.
And also we have Henry Monk from BBC Surrey joining us in the commentary box as well. Both teams with vast experience, and of course for Billericay, Paul Konchesky, the skipper, amongst those. We mentioned Jermaine Pennant as well, who comes back into the side for this game, and the ever-present Jake Robinson scored plenty of goals this season. For Leatherhead, they also boast experience with their manager Sammy Moore, having played in the FA Cup many a times, and of course former AFC Wimbledon player Sammy Moore, as has Jack Midson. Plenty of experience in league football for him. It's going to be a fascinating encounter tonight. Leatherhead, their first replay of the competition. For Billericay, it seems like it's a replay in every round. It's their fourth replay in the FA Cup so far. It tells you how many games that these teams have had to play to get to this round. Ambrosini back. Now as Pennant just lifts the ball in, and it's going to be Zaki that claims it. And Mick, I noticed there, not a lot of pressure on that Billericay back four when they've got the ball in their own half. Leatherhead obviously prepared to let them have possession at the back.
Yeah, I just think they're packing out the midfield area at the minute, and when they do want to get the ball forward, they try and load it up and support as best they can, which is, I think, the right game plan, because Billericay, as you can see, are going to get a majority of the ball, and particularly tonight, and they're going to hit in behind as best they can.
Pennant into Deering, this could be dangerous, goes into the box towards Robinson. Robinson flicked on, could be the first goal, just going to go wide. It should have been the first goal as well. It was into Jake Robinson on his right foot. It's palmed away by Zaki, and it would look like it was going to go into the path of Cunnington. He just couldn't quite get the touch on it, and in the end, it just went past the post. It was... should have been the first goal.
Leatherhead have got to be really careful here. They're not sat too deep. They're playing a defensive formation, and that defensive formation means that, you know, they've got an intention of making sure they can try and turn them and stay in the game. But if Leatherhead don't piece the play together going forward, Billericay are going to saturate everything up in the air.
Theobalds brings the ball forward now, and it's played in towards McManus. Chance for him to cross. He goes low, it falls in. Could be a chance for Leatherhead. Now just skipped away from the run from Richards. He'd made the run from left back, got into the box, played it to McManus. It came back to Richards, and I don't think he was expecting it. And there was a real opportunity there on the edge of the 6-yard box, and he scuffed his shot.
That's much more like it. I mean, 5-10 yard passing, midfield joining in. You turn around, the defenders are on the halfway line. all of a sudden they're playing in Billericay's half. That's what they must absolutely do. They can't get drawn into trying to turn them against this Billericay defence. They're going to win everything in the air. It'll be a long night.
And Mick, Tom Richards just didn't seem to expect that ball coming back to him. That's a real opportunity.
He didn't, but they're not the greatest defence in the world either. You need to just get at them. But I can understand Leatherhead.
Coming forward now, first shot on goal. Really good shot as well. Theo Fanis got the ball down. It was 25 yards out on his right foot. Would have been a hell of an effort to go in from there, and it wasn't far wide.
Fantastic strike there as I was trying to finish off the sentence.
Long goal kick from Zaki, and frustratingly for those in the Leatherhead camp, it's a free kick against McManus, and it's taken quickly by Billericay, who look to get Pennant on the ball, and they're dispossessed, and this could be an opportunity for Leatherhead running forward. What can they do? Shot low, needs to be saved, is saved, rebound bounces off, and Alan Julian does well to scramble across and get the ball the second time of asking. Just a bit of sloppy play, Mark, in the middle there from Billericay, and we mentioned that they can't quite get Konchesky and Pennant on the ball. They're being closed down quickly, and they could have come a cropper there.
You know, got more of what we call a bit of a mid-press at the moment, and they've pushed on in midfield, Leatherhead, big time. And I'm pretty sure this is it's a tactical change. After that first 10 minutes, Sammy Moore's pushed players on to put pressure on Billericay, and Billericay at the moment can't get a foot on the ball. But these dead ball situations, like they're just forced now, you know, could be the difference.
Yes, Leatherhead don't want to be giving away too many cheap free kicks in and around outside the 18-yard box with the height difference and the domination. Is it Cunningham up top?
Yeah, Adam Cunnington, towering figure as well at the top there.
And Rob Swain, another towering figure.
And it is going to be Pennant who takes this free kick for Billericay. In it goes towards Swain. He's got a head on it. It's well defended, to have to say. Brilliant defensive header to get that ball away. It was heading for the head of Robert Swain in the box. Referee gives another free kick, and it was Nyamani who got his head up there to defend that ball away, and that would have been 1-0 to Billericay if he wouldn't have got his head on it. Billericay take it quickly in towards Robinson. Robinson in the box, goes onto his left foot, brilliant cross, headed away again, comes out to the edge of the box, flicked off a Leatherhead player, still bouncing around, and it will be a goal kick. And you mentioned it straight away, Mick, giving away those set pieces just caused a huge problem for that Leatherhead defence, and that is most definitely something they're going to need to avoid tonight.
Well, set pieces and balls in behind are what Billericay are all about. They're not about free-flowing, passing football through the midfield areas.
Yeah, first corner to the visiting side, and the quality that Sammy Moore possesses will be a real bonus if someone can get on the end of this. And of course, Sammy Moore, experience in the Football League and in the FA Cup as well. In comes the corner towards the near post, goes over Midson, bouncing around in the 6-yard box. Can they get somebody on it? McManus was the one that came with his left foot. It just went into a few bodies. It comes back to Moore. Moore with the delivery. Again, it's perfect. Goes up towards Nyameni. Can't get his head on it. And it will fall to a Billericay player. And I mentioned the quality that Sammy Moore has. And Mark, that was a couple of delightful balls into the box.
Great quality. Moore and Blackman are having great games centre midfield. And for all their Premier League experience, you know, Pennant, Konchesky, you know, they're not natural centre midfielders, and you know that will tell.
Sam Deering gets the ball down. He goes towards Modeste. Modeste has found some room. He's only been on the pitch for 5 minutes. In it goes, dangerous ball. It's going to be Zaki that's going to comfortably get that. The ball ricocheted up off Robinson. First signs there of a change. Sam Deering in the midfield, getting the ball down. Mark playing it to Modeste on this side, and they look dangerous.
Yeah, that's why they've made the changes. They're going to try and win, be a bit hungry in midfield, and then give the ball to Deering.
Mark, when you make 2 substitutions at half-time, does that mean you get it wrong? We'll just watch now as Richards comes forward. What can he do? On his right foot, goes all the way in the box, and it just went across that 6-yard box. And the linesman flag is up anyway. If you make 2 substitutions at half-time, does that mean you got it wrong in the starting 11?
Yes, 100%. And but it's good, you know, honest managers will be bold and make changes where they think they've made a mistake.
Sammy Moore, what can they make of this, Leatherheads? It is going to be Moore on his right foot. Moore lifts it over, just going to go wide. And he actually seemed to go off balance, Sammy Moore, just as he hit that ball. The keeper was left stranded, it just went past the post.
It was a poor wall. I mean, he was always going to put it there because that side of the wall, they had loads of short players. Sam Deering was on the edge of the wall. At the other side had all the 6'4" players. So he showed him a really easy gap, even though the keeper stood that side, and Moore tried to take advantage of it, and it was so near, keeper was beaten.
Still, neither keeper has really made a save, and it will be, I'm sure, a team that can finally get a good chance on goal that may just edge this one this evening. It's Billericay that come forward now, and perhaps it'll be their turn to show some quality. Theophanis plays it full, it goes to Robinson. Leatherhead could be in trouble. Robinson all the way across. It's going to be the first goal of the game, and Billericay take the lead in this FA Cup first round replay. It was the first time that they came forward in this second half. They played it out to Robinson. He played it across the floor. And it was Theophanis who found the finish, unmarked in the 6-yard box. And finally, Zaki picks the ball out of the net. And it is Billericay 1, Leatherhead 0.
Great ball from Robinson, great movement, pulled off the shoulder. He could have shot selfishly across the goal, far post, he didn't, played the perfect pass.
And it was in fact Cunnington who got on the end of it in the end. Plenty of Billericay players were in that box. It was Robinson's quality just laying it across, and Cunnington there to open the scoring tonight. You have to say, Mick, against the run of play.
Well, we just talked about that only 5 minutes earlier in the commentary. You know, Leatherhead have had pretty much majority of this second half, and we were worried that they might get suckered with a counter-attacking play, and they did.
And Sammy Moore will bring his team forward again. Looks to play in Midson. It bounces through to Jack Midson. What can he do? Midson on his right foot goes for goal. Over the bar. It's a good effort though. And it was one ball. I'm not used to seeing that from Leatherhead. Sammy Moore over the top towards Midson. Midson just got in behind the defender, took it on his right foot, and it wasn't too far away.
The whole game's going to open up now. Leatherhead have got to open themselves up a little bit. They want to try and react very quickly and get a goal back very quickly without leaving themselves open for the counter-attack again.
Richards. Can Leatherhead get themselves back into this FA Cup tie? With the better side so far, find themselves 1-0 down. Theobald goes in, perhaps a chance for them now, on the left foot, all the way across, just escaped Midson. Wonderful run by Theobald, just jigsed his way into the box on his left foot, went across the goal, and Midson was just stuck on the edge of the 6-yard box. 20 minutes gone in this second half, still plenty of time for the visitors to get themselves back into the game. Anything can happen in the FA Cup, and they've been, I have to say, really positive so far. Blackman comes forward now, the game really opening up. Here's Blackman. Blackman goes for the shot, deflected, and it's gone out. It was Blackman who drove through the centre of the pitch, just seemed to open up for him, went for the shot, it was deflected, and it will be a corner to Leatherheads.
Well done Leatherhead. Positive play, some sleek passing football right through the middle of the park, and great save by the Billericay goalkeeper.
Corner to Leatherhead. Moore will take. In it goes. Lots of bodies in there. Eventually it's headed away, but only as far as McManus on the far side. McManus plays it back into Blackman. Blackman goes towards that far post. Chance now for Leatherhead for a good equaliser. It's going to be the equaliser for Leatherhead. And it's Midson who gets the goal. Wonderful strike. It was played into the box. Plenty of Leatherhead players were still in there. They flicked it onto the far post, and it was Midson who rose the highest to play the ball in. It had been coming, and you have to say, it's just what the visitors deserve after their display tonight. Billericay 1, Leatherhead 1.
Big decision bringing on Billy Britnell now, really. All three subs used. Britnell's playing. He put Britnell in the advanced midfield role as well. So if Leatherhead take the game of Billericay now, I can see them getting chances.
We're certainly seeing some cup football tonight.
The positive play from the visitors paying off there as they kept men forward. They managed to get it back in, flick it across, and Midson showing his experience there on the back post, just nodding it home. And real cup tie now in for Billericay, and it just came onto the feet of Bricknell.
You know, it's been a fantastic advert for Bostik League, that's for sure, playing in an FA Cup competition.
Cunnington has the ball now. Can he get the cross in? It was a really poor kick from Minshall. Cunnington does get it in. It comes off Sammy Moore, still bouncing around in that Leatherhead box. And it's going to be comfortable for Zaki. That shot from Robert Evans just trickled towards the keeper. Zaki just plays the ball down and looks to use his kick to get it towards McManus, who's in on goal. McManus, what can he do? McManus is brought down, surely a penalty. It will be a penalty. The referee is going to show a red card, and it is going to be a penalty.
Here comes a game changer now. Leatherhead with a penalty, Billericay down to 10 men.
And the referee shows the red cards. Billericay down to 10 men, and Leatherhead have a penalty. And it was McManus that got it. It was that long kick from Zaki up the field. He's done it time and time again tonight, and it just seemed to go over the head of the defender. McManus got it down. He was in on goal, about to strike, and he was brought down. And Leatherhead with the opportunity, with 9 minutes left of normal time, to put themselves 2-1 up here at Billericay tonight in the FA Cup. And it will be Midson who's put the ball down for this all-important penalty for Leatherhead. And it is a long run-up. Here comes Jack Midson. Midson strikes it. Midson scores! And Leatherhead are into the lead. They go 2-1 up. Billericay are down to 10 men. And there's 9 minutes left of this Emirates FA Cup tie. Brilliant strike from Jack Midson. He took a long run-up, just sent the keeper the wrong way and put the ball to the left-hand side as we look. Fantastic FA Cup tie tonight. It's had everything. And now Jack Midson has put Leatherhead in front for the first time in the game. Konchesky just lifts the ball up towards the Billericay attack, but Minshall will bring it down. Into Blackman again. And Midson picks it up this time. Midson, what can he do? Running in on goal. Midson strikes. Midson just wide.
He's looking for the hat-trick there. He's got plenty of confidence there, Jack Midson.
And it came off the keeper. Fantastic strike from Midson. It will be a corner to Leatherhead, and no surprise they're not in any hurry to take this.
Blackman in midfield has been exceptional, and you know, he's helped them win the battle in there tonight, which has made a big difference. So for me, it'd be Blackman.
Well, a bit difficult to go against him, but fair bowls for me. But no, Blackman's also done equivalent, and he's played in more games than Theobald, so perhaps I agree with that.
We'll give it to Henry to make the deciding factor, Blackman or Theobald. In fact, Leatherhead are coming through now, and the flag stayed down. This could be the third goal. Good save. Could it be Wood, the substitute, on his left foot? Could he finish it off? Wood. It's the keeper. It's a brilliant save by Julian again. Comes to Midson. Midson plays it to Moore. Moore on his right foot, and it's the third for Leatherhead. And they are into the FA Cup second round. Sammy Moore finishes it off, takes his shirt off, twists it round his head. Zaki comes out of the goal. All the Leatherhead players go over towards him. It's madness on the bench. And it is Sammy Moore, the player manager for the visitors tonight, finishing the game off with Leatherhead's third goal. They had plenty of men over, and they will play Wycombe Wanderers in the second round of the FA Cup.
Wow. But as Mark, they deserved it anyway, you not think?
Yeah, well deserved, well deserved. Fantastic performance. From literally after the first 10 minutes, Leatherhead have controlled this game, forced Billericay into several changes. Billericay had no answers, defended brilliantly, and I must say Sammy Moore, to manage the game from being on the field, has done an exceptional job.
And Henry, we had to interrupt you there for your man of the match. I don't know if that's changed things, but between Blackman and Theobald.
Well, just let me butt in. I think it could be the whole team, but
well, I was going to say, as you mentioned earlier, there's been 11 heroes for the Tanners really, and if it's out of a choice between Blackman or Theobald, I probably have to give it to Blackman. I think he's just that work rate in the centre of midfield.
Modeste. And the referee blows the final whistle to the delight of the Leatherhead fans behind the goal, and all of the substitutes and coaching staff on the bench. All the players huddle in the centre of the Leatherhead half, and they have made it in to the FA Cup second round to play Wycombe Wanderers. A brilliant performance from the team from Surrey. Completely outplayed Billericay tonight and thoroughly deserved their victory. And Mick, fantastic scenes on the pitch now for Leatherhead. Yeah,
fantastic. Leatherhead, absolutely their evening, their night. I mean, they've been in the cup, in the FA Cup this year. They've had an eye-catching run, and not just because of how far they've gone, but how different it's been from their league form. It's just they've really upped it for the cup games, and they've done it again tonight.
Yeah, real special performance in this FA Cup for Leatherhead, and the players still out on the pitch celebrating. Fantastic scenes for all those involved in the club. My thanks to Mick Sullivan, Mark White and Henry Monk. A fantastic night for the Bostik clubs and a fantastic night for Leatherhead. They go into the second round of the FA Cup to play Wycombe Wanderers.
Unbelievable. I'm speechless. I think over the two legs, the best team won. I thought we come here tonight and I thought we was outstanding. I thought Sammy Blackman, Yanis at the back, not only just them two, but everyone put an absolute shift in. Everyone was unbelievable. It's probably one of the proudest moments in football. It's even sweeter when BT are down here and yourselves are down here. We just look forward to Wycombe now. It's a nice day out. Financially for the football club is unbelievable. I put foundations into the football club when I first come in, and we're starting to see that pay. I use my contacts in the Football League to get proper players in, and we've got proper players. When we turn up, no one can match us, and we've got to take this confidence into the league now. On our day, no one can match us.
And you're even more delighted the fact that you shaded the first half, and we came out of the second half. I wondered how Billericay might react to that, and you just seemed to shift up another few gears in the second half as well. Yeah,
we done match analysis on Tuesday. We had a look at the DVD. We knew they'd go back to the front very quickly, and I thought we dealt with that. We knew exactly their game plan. They matched us up, and I thought that showed respect to Leatherhead, because it just shows that we caused them problems in the first leg. Second half, the longer the game went on, I knew we'd have legs on them. They played a lot of games, and they played Tuesday night, and to go behind here is a tough place to come. Don't get me wrong. When you go 1-0 down here, you've got to show real character, and the boys showed unbelievable character tonight. To come 1-0 down, and to win 3-1 convincingly in the end was unbelievable. This is what nights are made of. The FA Cup's made of underdogs. Speaking to Danny Cowley earlier, he said just give everything. You never know in football. And it's paid off tonight.
So Harry, a frustrating night for Billericay. What are your thoughts on the game?
Puzzling why we dropped off so much once we scored. Wasn't something that we instructed from the side. We felt as soon as we scored that we started dropping, so we tried to be more positive and go for it more, and it seemed to. I think it backfired. I think they deserved it, and we've got to take this one on the chin.
Did you make those changes at half time because you felt you needed extra impetus in the game?
I felt Konchesky had a man marking job to do, and it was. It allowed the others left a little bit exposed, so we need a little bit more legs in there and a bit more tenacity, and Danny Waldron brings that, and I felt that bit worked for a while, so we got in the lead from the changes we made. So we can't use the changes of it, but it just didn't work for us in the end.
And much is made obviously of what Billericay want to achieve this season with the league. You're in the other cup competitions as well. Sometimes when you look at it, not having the extra games may help you in the league.
Yeah, it's going to help, but there's always a shining light. I mean, having so many games like that, obviously it'd be nice to have one less now. But obviously we'd have taken the win. If we win the game, we'd have taken the win. But look, the league fixtures are obviously piling up. We've got 7 in hand, and some we've got 8 in hand over one of them. So we know we've got to catch up on them, but at the same time, we've got to do more. And we've got to not use any excuses, and we've got to rotate the squad. And 5 players that weren't available today are available on Saturday, so they'll come in and we'll be straight fresh, and hopefully we'll go and win the game Saturday.
You've got vast experience obviously in the Football League. Tell us what it means for a Bostik League club to be heading to the likes of Wycombe Wanderers in the next round.
Unbelievable. If someone said to me when I first took over this job in the summer that we would make the second round of the FA Cup, I would have bit their hand off. And we've actually done it going to some top sides. We haven't had an easy route. We went to Margate. Everyone writ us off when we went to Margate. Everyone writ us off when we come here. All the talk was about them in the build-up, and we just went quietly about our business. And I knew if we turned up tonight, we would win. and we turned up. And to go 1-0 down makes it even sweeter, because it just shows what character and what players I've got in my squad, and we can really build from this now.
I think you've been an unsung hero in this side that have done so well in the FA Cup. Can you give us your thoughts? I mean, the way that these lot are looking, you don't often win Man of the Match awards.
No, listen, it was a really, really tough game. They're obviously a good side, and we know what they're about. Go long, and it was one of them games you had to dig. So, no, look, I had a good game, but so did everyone else. It takes 11 to win a game of football, and it was my proudest moment in our career so far. So,
well, I was going to ask you how far have you gone in this competition before, but I'm going to ask you a different question. When you're laying in bed last night thinking about this game, what was your score line, and how did you think the game might have gone?
To be fair, I did have 2-1 in my head, but I had me scoring the first goal scorer, so I wasn't. Obviously, it wasn't down to a T, but no, it was brilliant. Listen, I would have won 1-0. I would have took anything. Just the win on the ball was brilliant, and obviously through to the next round, Wycombe away. It's another day out. It's good times,
After a thoroughly entertaining FA Cup tie here in Essex, it's the boys from Surrey that progress to the next round to play Wycombe Wanderers on Sunday the 3rd of December.